Last night I dreamed. Okay, my brother and I were standing outside in the rain. It was coming down pretty hard. It was pouring. And we were waiting for a ride. We were standing beneath a tree. There was no lightning. We wouldn't be standing beneath a tree if there was lightning. Shouldn't do that. And eventually this small brown four-door vehicle pulled up beside us. This was our ride. I didn't know who it was. My brother seemed to, though. And my brother also decided that he was going to ride in the back seat. He immediately reached for the handle of the rear passenger side door. He opened it. He looked at who the driver was, and he hesitated for a moment, but he didn't seem that surprised by who was driving. So I opened the front passenger side door and looked in, and it was I can't see, here's the thing. I suspect that this person who was driving this car, I suspect this person is watching this video right now, and there's a thing, lots of things years ago that happened, and I'm just going to stop right there, okay? My brother sat down in the back seat, and I gave him a look like, I didn't say this, but I gave him a look like, you do know who's behind the wheel, right? And it didn't seem to bother my brother. I'll say it was a guy. That's how much I'll tell you. That's it. It's a guy. And yeah, I'm pretty sure you're watching this video right now. But anyways, against my better judgment, I got in the vehicle. I sat down beside this dude. Excuse me. And closed the door. And there was just a moment of awkward silence. I mean, it was not silence. We were listening to the pitter-patter of the rain landing on the windshield. It was coming down pretty good. And this guy, the notorious guy, the driver, that I won't get into too many details about with all of you, he says to me, "You've got a text from Skylar." I look at him and I say, "Skylar," as in, like, the artist formerly known as Siobhan, like Ireland, Skylar, like YouTube vlogger Skylar. He says, yeah, you just got it. It's for you. And he hands me his phone. And his phone looks like it's a couple of years old. It's a flip phone. It's not a smartphone. And I don't bother asking him why she has his number, because I just assumed he's lying. I just figured as soon as I grab the phone, he's going to stick an ice pick in my ear and try to kill me. And so I reach for the phone very, very slowly. I don't want to take my eyes off this guy for any length of time. And I, pull his little phone just before my face, and I kind of look at the screen, look back at him, look at the screen, look back at him. I don't want to take my eyes off this dude because something bad could happen. And yeah, it was a text message from her. I was shocked. I could tell right away. I could just tell. And yeah, she had sent along this very long text message, and it was just an anecdote about something that had happened to her in high school, or over there, I guess they would say secondary school. And she wrote that she had been working on a book report at the time for Kristi Kráinte's chocolate factory. I looked at that name, Kristi Kráinte, and first of all, people who say that you can't read in your dreams, bull. As soon as I opened my eyes after this dream, I I could see that name on this little cell phone screen. I remember exactly how it was spelled. It was spelled first name Kristi, second name, last name Krainte, with a little fada over the I. I think it was over the I. And Kristi Kráinte. And I thought, who's Kristi Kráinte? And then it hit me. The chocolate factory. Is Willy Wonka over in Ireland known as Kristi Kráinte? I don't know. But then I thought about it. It's like, why would Willy Wonka be? That's a book by Roald Dahl. Why would Willy Wonka be known as something else over in Ireland? I don't know. Kristi Kráinte. I knew she hadn't misspelled it. It was different enough so that, like, no, Kristi Kráinte and his chocolate factory. But I continued reading, and she said that I went over to my friend's house to review notes, and then just as I'm getting to what's the point of the story, the good part, Lyle woke me up by scratching the palm of my left hand with his claws. He does that sometimes. Instead of just laying on my face or rubbing his whiskers against my cheeks, he'll wake me up in the morning by, like, I'll have, like, my hand outstretched, and he'll start flexing his paw, releasing his claws, and he'll start by just kind of lightly scratching the palm of my hand, and then he gets more and more intense with it, starts digging his claws into my hand until finally I wake up just from the pain of it. Kristi Kráinte.